courts. That is the PIL filed by non-profit Swaraj Abhiyan seeking the Supreme Court's intervention to ensure adequate relief for drought-affected regions. Now, last week the court had come down very heavily on the centre for not doing enough to mitigate the drought situation in the country. In fact, the government back then had also informed the apex court that around 33 crore people in India were affected by drought. What exactly has happened today, and has the case changed in any way today?
Well, that was a similar line of question that we saw today from the apex court as well. As you rightly pointed out, the government, by way of an affidavit, had submitted before the Supreme Court that as of now, they believe in their assessment 33 crore people are being affected by the drought conditions, which roughly works out to about 1 in every 4 Indians. However, in arguments that we saw open this morning, the petitioners in this case argued that the claims of the government are spurious. What they're essentially arguing is that the numbers have been fudged, that the numbers have been cooked, that as per their assessment, as per the NGO's assessment, they believe that the number could be as high as 55 crores out of 120 crores. So those are the claims that, in fact, that were made. This inspired, in fact, more comments from the apex court about the handling of the entire issue. In fact, the apex court asked very pointed questions, too, to be specific. On the issue of if there's a drought management national plan that is currently in place, if there's a mitigation plan at work. Now, for both these questions, the government answered in the negative that as of now, there is no mitigation fund that is currently available to the centre or the state. However, on the question of a national plan, the government has assured that the guidelines and the policy are in place. The plan is in the pipeline, will be effected from May 30th of this year. So that's, in fact, the government's plan going forward. But clearly, at this point, some tough questions being asked. We understand that the hearing will continue next week. Back to you.
All right, Ashmit, thanks for joining in.